Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. Today we're going to be talking about the Riviera Casino that was located in Las Vegas, Nevada from the years of 1955 up until 2015. The Riviera was a part of an era that would shape Las Vegas forever. The Dunes, Sands, Flamingo, Desert Inn, Royal Nevada, and Sahara were all around at the same time that the Riviera would open. It would be the first official high-rise resort that would be a part of the Las Vegas Strip. Located at 2901 Las Vegas Boulevard South, it was in a prime spot. Back in the day, high-rise buildings weren't so tall compared to today, but the Riv opened up with 9 stories, a casino, shops inside, and 300 deluxe rooms. It's said that the Riviera looked like it belonged somewhere along Miami Beach with the way it was designed by architect Roy France and Son, who were based in Miami. Inside of the Riviera at opening, you could find yourself enjoying some food at the Hickory Room Restaurant, Cafe Noir, and Le Bistro. Or you could find yourself enjoying a show in the Clover Room showroom. If you wanted to go swimming, you could do that as well, because they had an Olympic-sized swimming pool. For those that enjoyed gaming, they had 18 table games to begin with and 116 slot machines. At this time, the Riviera was considered the place for high rollers. The Riviera officially opened on April 20th of 1955, and inside of the Clover showroom, it was Liberace with actress Joan Crawford who made opening night special. At this time, Liberace had to be the man making the most money at any Vegas property when he was getting paid $50,000 a week. Compared to when he was at the New Frontier, he was only making $750 a week. A couple months into 1955, the Riviera and its owners would get caught up in some trouble. The hotel sustained large losses and went bankrupt in July. Gainsborough Hotel Co., which was the Riviera's landlord, immediately began a search for new operators and went to the Flamingo, and Gus Greenbaum, Ben Goffston, Harry Goldman, Ross Miller, and others to take over. After this, the Riviera was headed back into the right direction. At the time of the Riviera opening, if you liked to gamble, you were able to find yourself playing with amazing $1, $5, and $25 chips. Into the late 50s, the Riviera was sold to Ed Levinson, who was the head of the Fremont Hotel, as well as Carl Cohen and Jack and Trader of the Sands. October of 1959 would come around, and the Riviera was planning to spend $3.5 million for remodeling. This would include 114 more deluxe guest rooms, as well as a sky room on the 10th floor, which would have dusk to dawn dancing as a feature. In 1960, the Clover Room's name was changed to the Versailles Theater, showcasing Louis Armstrong, Tony Bennett, and George Burns. The Riviera also had another room called the Starlight Room, where you were able to find artists and shows by the De Fuente brothers, Arthur and Bonnie, and many others. Into 1965, Hotel Riviera Incorporated bought out the interest of Gainsborough Co., becoming a sole owner of the hotel and its property. In 1967, the remodel would go into action as the Riviera added a 200-room wing, an elevator penthouse, a 9,000 square foot lobby, and 10,000 square feet of office and meeting space. Dean Martin would also become a 10% owner with approximately 8,000 shares, and Dino's Den was named after him. Of course, being the Riviera during the 60s and 70s, you were able to find people like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop around quite often. During the filming of Ocean's 11, which was shot in 1960, there were many scenes shot outside and inside of the Riviera. It was one of the 5 casinos that they shut the power off and went to rob. Later, 4 championship tennis courts were added near the pool, which would later be the site of Duar's Celebrity Pro Tennis Tournament. From the 60s into the 70s, you were able to find yourself playing with chips all the way from 50 cents all the way up to $100. In October of 1973, the Riviera was headed by corporate owners, New York millionaire Meshullam Rickless and Isidore Becker, Harold Devine as chairman of the board, Lee Kozel was secretary, and Frank Falba assumed the post of executive vice president and manager of casino operations. Into 1975, the Riviera would add their famous Monte Carlo Tower, which was a 17-story tower at the cost of $20 million. It held 300 rooms, 60 suites, a very nice penthouse, and it gave the resort a total of 1,000 rooms. Another tower, the Remo Tower, was added in 1977, and this added another 200 rooms to the south side, as well as the Ristorante Italiano, which was an elegant gourmet Italian restaurant, and it seated 100 guests. Rough times weren't a new thing to the Riviera, and in 1984, it would file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Arthur Waltzman was named president in July in an effort to get the Riviera back up to running standards, and did very well doing so in 1985. That same year, some of the Riviera's most famous shows would get added to their lineup, those including Splash, which was an aquacade of music and dance, La Cage, and then in 1987, the topless comedy revue Crazy Girls was added. Then, in 1988, the 24-story Monaco Tower was completed, which nearly doubled the property's rooms to 2,100. Being one of the favorite casinos already on the Strip, the Riviera had expanded its casino to 70,000 square feet for a total of nearly 125 square feet out to the sidewalk in 1990, making it one of the largest casinos in the world, offering slot machines, video poker, table games. They had a poker room, keno, bingo, and a complete race and sports book. The Riviera was also the first casino to have a fast food restaurant on the property, and it was a Burger King. The Riviera was also in many movies like Ocean's 11, Diamonds Are Forever, Casino, Austin Powers, The Hangover, and Jason Bourne, to name a few. I'm sure everyone remembers the card counting scene in The Hangover. It's one of my favorites. Into the 2000s, nothing too crazy would happen at the Riviera, and it was at the point where it didn't really need any new additions, and it was a place that everyone loved to visit when they had the chance. Seeing those stars along the Strip, the towers, and seeing the name got everyone's attention. Into 2015, the Riviera was bought by the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority and closed on May 4th of 2015 at noon. It was imploded in two different phases. The first implosion took place at 2:35 a.m. on June 14th of 2016, which took down the 24-story Monaco Tower, and on August 16th of 2016, the Monte Carlo Tower, along with the other remaining buildings, were imploded. I believe those who visited the Riviera in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and even before then, or those who have heard the name Riviera, will always remember the Riviera. It was a key piece to the Strip, casino history of Vegas, and everything that it had to do with. Today, there are many that have collected the chips, cards, door handles, tables, layouts, and everything because of the good memories that they had while visiting. It was an incredible casino, that is for sure. If you have any memories, put those in the comments below. Share this video with your friends, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.